Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to our
We're
channel.
live. Hi.
Hello. Hello from Lake Tarawera, New Zealand. Wow, you guys, this is a very special day. A, because it is a beautiful sunny day, but we have some sad, shocking kind of news update that we want to share with you guys. So before we get started, if you're brand new to our channel, and this is the very first time you have seen us or heard of us, welcome. We're a traveling family of 5. These are the girls.
I'm Julia. I'm Chloe. I'm Angelique.
I'm Chantal, and Tyler's always behind the scenes. And essentially, we're on a mission to travel to every country in the world. And so we've been here in New Zealand since March 2020. We've been able to see the whole country from top to bottom. And the way it happened, if you don't know already, we came to New Zealand after being in many countries traveling right when the world was about to shut down. And we did this like mad dash. We got to New Zealand just before their borders shut and just before we went into like a worldwide lockdown. And then the country here of New Zealand was pretty much COVID free almost during the whole pandemic, which was unbelievable. Yeah. And we had visitors visas, which we got granted, and they extended visitors visas. And then they did it again.
Yeah.
And so we kept having our visas extended, and it was absolutely amazing because, like I said, we were able to see the whole country, and it was phenomenal, right, girls?
Yes.
So then, if I fast forward, we had never thought we were going to be in New Zealand this long. We assumed that we would be here for maybe, 3 months because of the way the lockdowns were happening and borders were shutting. But we never would have imagined a year later we would have been there and still here. And so after that first year, we got thinking we should maybe try and apply for some type of work visa. So we were looking at different options, and we decided to apply for what's called an entrepreneurial work visa, which is a visa that allows you to establish a business here in New Zealand and essentially employ yourself and so on and so forth. So we started looking into that. It was quite the process. The girls were kind of a part of it. They saw all the things we had to do.
It was a lot of stuff.
It was a lot of stuff. Like we had to, for example, put a whole business proposal together. Tyler and I already run an online company, but we had never made our own like business proposal and such. So we had to do like a massive business proposal. We had to do analysis of competitors.
We had to do medicals, fingerprints, get them internationally verified.
Yeah, like we went all the way to Auckland. Angelique, what was the medical like? Like they had to like do chest scan, x-rays.
Yeah, x-rays on your chest.
Blood work.
It's a medical, yeah.
Like a medical.
A checkup.
But like full on. They ask you all these questions, like your history, like all these things. Basically, yeah, we did fingerprints. We had to get them internationally digitized, like so much stuff. And I know I'm sharing all this stuff without saying hey to everyone. So welcome, 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 wherever you're watching from.
Hey.
Is that Mount Tarawera in the background? Yes. Mount Tarawera, guys.
Right there.
That's a volcano that erupted not too long ago. Crazy. If you haven't seen our video on the buried village, that's literally like a hop, skip, and a jump away from here. And it talks all about what happened when the volcano erupted and how it had these beautiful, beautiful kind of terraces of pools that were all thermal, and it was a wonder of the world. People from around the world came to visit, and it's just amazing. But anyway, there it is. Hey from Brazil, morning Fanu, awesome, awesome, awesome. So, okay, fast forward in this whole visa process. This started in April 2021. Yes. And literally, like, I feel like it was such a big process to do, to take on. We didn't hire lawyers because we figured, we could do it ourselves. And it was, in a sense, pretty straightforward. They give you a list of what you need to do, and you kind of have to check everything off. But every single little thing has to be done correctly and accurately. So even though we had the girls' birth certificates, they needed to be long form birth certificates with both parents' names, and then we needed it notarized. And like I think we've notarized, I don't know. I had the speed dial of the notary guy, and we were literally showing up at his house on a daily getting this stuff done. That was when we were in Queenstown. So yeah, fast forward, I'm trying to think what else we had to do to do this that was like a long thing. Hey girls, was there anything else? Just feels like it was such a big deal to try and do. So after a whole year of getting all of this all together and all of this done, we get an email And the email was like, right, we need you guys to present yourselves in Wellington for a final kind of like a test. And we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of test? And we're like, oh, it's an English test. I'm sure it's just going to be fine, because we all speak English and it's all good, right? Like the girls can write in English. They're bilingual in English and French. Like obviously we speak English,
Exactly.
so not going to be a problem. So we drive down to Wellington and we go to the office and we're all sitting in this little like kind of like desks area and stuff.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we get the test, and it wasn't an English test, you guys. It was a Maori test.
Yeah, we
They-
were shocked.
They wanted us to learn Maori words, and we were like, okay. Like, then we started looking, and we're like kind of looking at each other like, what? And it was like,
It had multi-choice. So, I mean, some of the questions were like a few words we know in Maori, but some of them were like, I don't even know. But
like Kiora, and like even like Jenny, who is our great friend, who we've borrowed Jenny and Malcolm's vehicle for so long. She was always like telling us, you guys should learn some more
few
Maori
Maori
words, and like, you should kind of know this. And we're like, but we didn't think, and not one of you watching our videos told us we should learn more Maori. I mean, that was never even a
Thought of
thought.
us.
We had a little book though that we were traveling with Maori words, and like,
Yeah.
so we learned like whakapapa, and like we learned to say some of the cities, like for example in Gisborne, how do you guys call it again? Tairawhiti, or something like that. Like, so some of the words of the cities, and Aotearoa. Chloe can say that really good. Aotearoa. Anyway, so we're sitting there, an hour goes by, we're filling out all these like multiple questions, and how did you feel like after you did it?
Well, I mean, I just did my mock exams for CGA, which is the online school I attend, and to be honest, my mock exams were easier than the Maori exam. Like, it was so hard.
I felt that we did pretty good. Like, I was like, I was kind of guessing some of them and stuff. What about you guys?
well, for me, when I did it, it was multi-choice, so I assumed, well, at least I have a 1 in 4 chances of getting it right. And, well, saying on the positive stuff, as I actually went to just do my learners, which is super exciting because now I can officially start to learn to drive. But for that, I studied and it was no problem. It was the same kind of scenario. You had multi-choice. But this was totally unexpected, so we had no studying, really.
Yeah, because all it said in the email was a language test, right? So, but if you didn't know, like in New Zealand, Maori is one of their like languages
Which
here,
is amazing.
and they embrace the language,
Yeah.
which is awesome, and we totally are supportive of that, and we agree with that and everything. But it really shouldn't be like a determining factor for a visa application for an entrepreneur. So anyway, fast forward to yesterday, and we got an email from immigration, and it said that we flunked the Maori language test, and our visas were denied because of that. And so we were like absolutely devastated because
Yeah.
we took so long and we did so much work to get all of this put together and everything like that. So anyway, it was so sad. Like, I don't even want to really talk about it right now. I want to be positive and like, it's such a beautiful day and we're such a beautiful area and we've been here for 2 years. So we got to embrace the fact that we had all these
So
beautiful
we have the
moments here.
opportunities to be here.
Yeah. So we don't want to like make it too sad or too whatever, but it's just a little bit disappointing. So
Yeah.
anyway, how about we talk about something else just to like get our minds off of it? Let's talk about the best things of New Zealand and what we're going to remember the most and our most favorite areas of the country. Yeah, you start, Julia.
In general, New Zealand feels like home. Like every single part we know well. So I wouldn't say there's a particular area I love. I just love all of New Zealand.
Love all of New Zealand? Every single area? What about you, Chloe? Is there like a specific area?
Specific area? Probably South Island, I would say, because we met a lot of amazing people down there.
That's true.
And, I mean, we've met lots of people on the North Island too, but
Hmm.
for me it's the South Island. What about you, Angelique?
Angelique.
I'd probably say, like, my main top 4 areas would be, like, Rotorua, Wellington, Blenheim, and Queenstown, because in Blenheim and Wellington we have so many friends. In Queenstown we were staying at a wonderful place, many friends as well. Up here in Rotorua it's very nice, lots of fun activities to do.
The thing with New Zealand, like, I love the water, and as you can see, like, behind us there's water, and
That's
then
true.
everywhere we go in the country, you see water, and you see these beautiful views, and it's very hilly, if not mountainous, in so many different areas of the country, and so
Volcanic.
I love, like, I think all of New Zealand. I love the whole country. And yeah, so we're kind of like bummed, we're kind of bummed that, yeah, it makes no sense, right? To me, like, Omega Duck That's a funny name, by the way. If you haven't seen our video about adopting a duck here in New Zealand, you should check that one out. Can we redo the test? Like maybe they would let us redo it. Not sure. And then Udana, how do you feel about visiting Sri Lanka and Ella? We loved our time, Ella. Kiwi backyard. That's so stupid. As a Kiwi, I'm not impressed with her leadership. I know they're trying to embrace the Maori language and everything, but that's a little bit much, right?
Yeah, especially
Yeah. But wait a second. What's today, you guys? Is it April 1st? April Fools!
We did actually get our visa.
We got our visa,
yesterday.
You guys.
And there was no
Yay!
test.
There was no test. There was no Maori test. We're just pulling your leg. It's April Fools, and we had to do something funny to get you guys.
Yes.
So I hope all you guys watching aren't too upset that we did that to you, because that's just hilarious.
It's the only day of the year you can.
It's the only day we can prank you
people.
guys. But we got our visas. We got the email yesterday. We were
So exciting.
super stoked. Super stoked. And today's April Fools. Anyway, we're super excited because, with this visa, what it allows us to do is eventually be able to call New Zealand home. So you get only 1 year, and then you have to kind of showcase that what we've done in this first year is what we've predicted and what we're kind of working towards. And then you get an extension for 2 years. And then after that, it could possibly lead to residency. So this is really cool. So you had me. We kept a good straight face too, right? We were
There's some moments where I was like, look away.
I told the girls, I was like, if you guys want to laugh, just walk away.
And I'm not the one who's always, I like April Fool's pranks, but I'm not always the one who likes to be on camera doing them. So it's like,
You should have seen us yesterday. We wanted to make a sad face for the thumbnail, and Julia's like, I'm not making a sad face. And I'm like, come on, it'll be good.
but we weren't going to make an April Fool's
No,
until
we weren't.
today. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Anyway, that was pretty cool. But yeah, so, the other thing with this visa, it means that we can leave the country and we can come back into New Zealand with our visa, right? Because it's a work visa. So we are about to go to
the lake environment, peaceful, to boom, India.
Yeah. Like, there's nobody around.
No.
We're gonna go
We're
to
in the
India,
scratch.
and there's gonna be people everywhere, and
Noises
sounds
and
and
smells
smells and colors, and
Yeah.
whoa, our senses are gonna be thrown out. Oh, this is so funny. Russell says that was mean. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It was too much fun.
It's like the one time, if you haven't seen our Earth is Flat, we did a whole prank on that. for April
Yeah, if
Fools.
you haven't watched our Flat Earthers video,
And even now, when I
gosh.
didn't want to participate, I'm like, I don't want to say I believe the Earth was flat.
That's why Julia's barely in it.
But our friends even believed it. They're like, oh my goodness, you guys are flat
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 Earthers?
Earthers?
That was so funny. What we did was we were in the country of Botswana, and we were going over towards, we were in Namibia.
No.
Yeah.
Botswana.
No, we were starting in Namibia when
Oh,
we had the
Namibia,
idea to do it.
yeah.
And we thought, right, what we should do is interview people from around the world.
Yet we were
The
only.
funniest part of the video, though, is we had to do research on it. So at night, Mom was watching, a video, and it's a 3-hour video of flat Earth facts. And it's like, you gonna seriously watch 3 hours of this?
No, I should probably skip through. But no, we made it look like we were traveling around the world, but we were just in, a couple hotels.
But we found people from Germany, we found people from the United
US,
States, we found
France,
people from India,
New York.
different countries basically to play along with us and explain to us why they also believe the Earth was flat. And anyway, it was hilarious because a lot of them played along. Some people we asked, we were trying to get somebody who looked kind of Asian, couldn't find anyone that would
Do it.
We asked so many people, and they're like, no way will I do that. This one guy from Geneva that we met, he was like, oh, absolutely not. And we're like, oh, come on, it's a joke. But anyway, some people don't want to be associated with that. So it was really, really
If you guys
funny.
haven't checked that out, go definitely check it out.
We'll put a link to it in the description or whatever. But anyway, it was really funny.
Greg Gill says, sign language is our official third language.
Oh.
And then Gary Halsby, going to India is an April Fool's prank. I don't know what to believe now.
It could be. Who knows?
Are we going? Is it April Fool's? No, we are. We're going to be going to, even Pakistan afterwards. So we're just, now that we
got
have
a
the
whole
visas,
trip.
somewhat. We have it somewhat planned, but now that we have the visas, we can, finalize dates
Yes.
and finalize, locations and places and stuff. But the plan is... Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's almost like we've been waiting for this visa for so long that now that we finally have them, the doors are open. We can leave if we want to. Like, we can jump out, we can go see family, we can go see friends. You know what I mean? So it's been this, like, thing that we can actually leave now. So we're so excited.
Yeah, it's been a long process, but it's been a good process in waiting. Like, we've been so happy to be here.
We've been able to catch up and a whole bunch of stuff.
Cure everyone, I'm Mary. I would have failed the test too. Oh, it was so funny. Oh man, that's hilarious. Sandra says, hey, good to see y'all. Nice to see you too. Nice. So hopefully you're not just joining. We just played a good April Fool's prank on y'all, but all good. Your inspiration. Thanks. Thank you so much. That's so cool. So yeah, you guys are going to, even though we're leaving, and we're going to do a whole video on leaving New Zealand, because I filmed everybody and what their thoughts are, and really like some deep thoughts of what we felt about and things like this. So we're going to share that video very soon. So you'll see that. And then we're going to be over in India, of course, filming and such, in Pakistan and some other countries. But we're still going to be sharing so many videos from New Zealand. Like, we have so many cool, epic videos to share. So you'll still feel like we're here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the next ones we have coming out is I've been working on New Plymouth. There's going to be 2 parts to that. So you'll be seeing those probably this weekend. Yeah.
New Plymouth part 1 is almost ready. Yep. So yeah, there's going to be so many cool ones.
And then we've got,
I can't wait to share.
Heaps of videos.
Hamilton and...
Will be better for having you guys here. Yeah, can you believe, like, for us, this is like, I don't know, like New Zealand we've fallen in love with. It's super far away from the rest of the world. That's the only thing that I feel like, but it's just amazing. The climate's beautiful, as you can see. Like, this is autumn, fall, as we call it.
And we're in like shorts and t-shirts and swimming.
Warm. We're in the north, right? Okay, you guys, for those of you who don't know, New Zealand's got the 2 islands. We're kind of in the northern island, kind of mid-island, and it's quite warm here, like middle north. So if you were down in Queenstown, for example, or all the way south, you would be probably a little bit colder, but it's not as cold and harsh winters as you have like in Canada, no way, or in Northern Europe, like no way close to that. So yeah, there you go. We can act pretty good. Why, thank you. Digman,
just
that's
like
funny.
The Kiwis, you can't wait to leave the country.
Yeah. Aww. You got it. Aw. Nice to have you, Kiwis, now. Yay! So what I was going to say is, like, if you think we're good actors, just go check out that Earth is Flat video. I don't know even what we called it, but...
I think we changed the title to April Fool's.
I think we because we had so many of my friends believe it, and they were like, you guys are crazy.
And then many people were stopped it halfway.
And they were unsubscribing. They were like, you guys are stupid, blah, blah, blah. So we changed the title of it so that people weren't too upset with us. But it was pretty funny. Yeah. But we, like, these guys did such a good job acting. Like, we were all straight-faced in it. And we came up with the stupidest things. Like, Angelique said something about... everything's photoshopped and like, anyway. Yeah. My favorite line in that video was, if you're in a boat and gravity is for real, how come it doesn't sink? Anyway, yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. Drizzling in Christchurch this morning. Aw, Malcolm, so sorry to hear that. We've got these beautiful blue skies, but anyway, so I don't know what else to say, because we're just like kind of excited and ecstatic, and we've got this like travel bug back in us. We're down to 5 little suitcases, 5 backpacks,
1 big suitcase.
1 big suitcase.
The funniest is we read online, because, well, we kind of forgot how heavy your suitcase is supposed to weigh, because we haven't been on airplanes in a while. So we read online 7 kilos. We all got our suitcase down to 7 kilos. And now they're back up to 11, 12 kilos each, because we found out that if you take longer airplane rides, you can have a heavier suitcase.
Yeah, it depends, right? But the thing is we're taking a longer airplane ride, but then we're going to be doing little airplane rides, you know, like those little ones. So
check in your baggage.
Yeah, yes. It'll be interesting.
That's for you to subscribe so you can stay tuned of how that all works and how we pack it all up, and yeah.
Demon, he watched the video already because he's saying it was fun, very well scripted. Good. Kiora from Sydney, Australia. Kiora. So anyway, you guys, we're gonna like keep it fairly short, very sweet, because guess what? We've got to go and send notarized copies, and because we're still, even though you get a visa, you still have to do all the banking things, and you still have to do what's called an IRD number, and there's like so much involved that I'm going to make a whole video just on applying for a New Zealand visa, so you can see some of the clips and some of the things we had to do. But all of last week, I think I not wasted, that's the wrong word. I spent like 3 days, hours at banks and hours here, and then this needs to be notarized, and like, oh, now it has to be this one, and then anyway.
Yeah.
lots of paparazzi. What is it? Not paparazzi. That's the wrong word. Papeterie. That's the French word. Like lots of paperwork, basically. Yeah. Okay. The backdrop is so Kiwi. Love New Zealand. Oh my gosh. It is beautiful, you guys.
Yes.
If this is not selling you on New Zealand, I do not know what will. This is like, I filmed the sunrise this morning. I got up early and I had a work call and had to do emails and stuff. So I got up a little bit earlier than the rest of the family and it was still dark. And then all of a sudden the sun was coming up and it was like the most beautiful thing. So I popped up the GoPro and I filmed it and it'll be in our Leaving New Zealand video. And it's just, it's like heaven. And you hear it like there's no noise. Like so peaceful, huh?
There's cicadas.
4 from
And there's birds flying over our heads, like literally.
4 from Sweden said, "Are you back in New Zealand? We've never left New Zealand, even though we post past videos."
Yes, let us not confuse you. We are going to be posting Thailand. I've been working on Bangkok and Chiang Mai and some videos there. We're posting Thailand, Cambodia,
all of South Island, New Zealand.
and then everything from New Zealand. So even though it looks like we're leaving and coming back, yeah, sorry to confuse you.
Someone said when my dad used to travel to India, he would send all of the stuff he brought to a holding company.
When you finish, would ship it. We got a little bit worried about shipping stuff, though, because we shipped stuff. So our friend shipped us a box from the U.S., and when it arrived, I forget the difference of kilos and weight, but we lost in that thing a whole bunch of technology stuff. That was coming to New Zealand.
And then we also shipped a box from Cambodia back home.
And it never arrived. So
it was a big box. Like, it was
I
like
know.
the size of a big suitcase. Like, we just shoved everything in there and we lost it all.
So we're a little bit... and I know there was...
hesitant.
Anyway, it is what it is. It's just stuff. But still, like, I had my nice purse in there. And you had your nice shoes.
And we put camera in the box. Like, we put a camera with pictures of us in the box. So
I hope
if
we
somebody
backed it up.
finds a picture of us from a camera in a market,
Send it
that's
to
us.
Yeah.
Ours. Like, there's some really, really funny pictures on that camera. Because it was from all of our trips, from the camps we went in Europe and all of that.
Really?
It was like it was a smaller, older camera.
Yeah, no, I know, but
Anyway, yeah, so we're a little bit apprehensive with like shipping stuff with stuff. So what our general rule of thumb is like if it fits in our suitcase, it comes, and if it doesn't, well, then it doesn't. And then the other thing is like we're leaving some boxes here, thankfully, thanks to Malcolm and Jenny. If you're watching, thank you so much. They have like what they call their bunkie. Not a bunker, but a bunkie. And we've put some of our stuff in like a shed. So it's been really nice. And what else was I going to say with that? Yeah, so then when we're going to be traveling, like when we're in India, we want to dress like the locals. So then if we want to buy something, either we have to leave it behind or we have to get rid of some stuff in the suitcase. So we're at that point.
Or you can vacuum seal it and more space.
Vacuum seal it. Maybe.
It's a good idea. It takes all the air out. And
We'll
then
just
you
wear a
have
bunch of the
double
clothes on.
Space.
Can't wait to watch our Kerala. Yes. So, okay, Digaman is a member on our YouTube channel. Memberships are available to anyone. And what we do is we release certain videos only to members. So we already told them that we were going to Kerala, India. That's how he knows. So yes. And do you guys want to know like the full plan? Somewhat?
Oh, you're going to tell everyone?
Yeah, why not? Do you want to know? I mean, it's not set in stone, but we kind of know what we want to do. So now that we can plan, so we have a beautiful home exchange that's going to be in Kerala. So we're going to do that for 2 weeks. Then the girls have 2 weeks off of school.
Yeah, April holidays.
Yes. This is like the perfect time. And we do a combination of school and homeschool. And so it's pretty cool. So it's kind of flexible, but not. The online school, they have to be there, but they'll have these 2 weeks off. And we thought that's a perfect time to go up towards the northern area. And so we're going to go to Jaipur, and then we're going to go to
Agra
as well, but we're not sure if we're going to do like a week and then a couple days here, but we want to see those two areas. And then we're going to go over towards the border of Pakistan, and at the border of Pakistan and India, they have this ceremony that happens on a daily, and you can watch the two, and it's like a whole event. So we're going to do that. We're also going to possibly meet a lady that we met in Queenstown. She's from India, and she does these tours to India, so it's absolutely amazing. We met her there, and she's there right now. So if our timing is right, we'll be able to see her. Then we're going to go over to Lahore in Pakistan and Islamabad, and then we might see a couple other cities there.
We might go north as well.
Yeah. So isn't that cool? So you're going to see us like covered up and then like these flowy dresses. It's going to be like so cool. Yes. What country what country are we from? Ah, that's a great question. All right, so
We're from Canada.
we're from Canada.
Half Swiss.
We're born and raised in Canada, and we have half citizenship with Switzerland because my dad's Swiss, so we're half Swiss, half Canadian, and lived in both countries. And yeah, there you go. Hi from Los Angeles, California. Hi, Carlos. Nice to see you. All right, yeah. After we're live, if you want to continue the conversation, when we're a little bit busy and it gets a little crazy, we're not always there on Discord or on the Facebook group, but we try to as much as we can. Join us on Facebook. We have a Facebook group. Join us on Discord, and yeah, just very cool. Very disappointing. Aw, are you just watching the beginning of it? Or that's funny. I'm not sure what part is disappointing. We did get our visas, so it's all good. That view. I'm not just talking about the view is gorgeous, right? This is beautiful. I know.
My phone is on fire.
Stay
That's
tuned
how
as well,
hot it
because
is.
after Pakistan, we're going to go to some other countries.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be many.
Hit up a lot.
Please tell your ages. And so jealous from Winnipeg. Oh, hey Jeff, that's yeah. Winnipeg's cold. Like, what's the temperature right now in Winnipeg? I just want people from Canada. I don't want people from Canada. I want people from around the world to understand Canada. Because a lot of people say to me, like, well, why would you want to move to a country like New Zealand? And I'm like, because we're from Canada and we've been traumatized by the cold so much. I mean, the girls haven't because they hardly live there. But
Yeah, we like snow.
you like snow, but I'm telling you, when it's like minus 20, and in Canada, you can have probably like 8-9 months of like cooler weather. Like, I mean, like, it's not always freezing cold, but it's not like you can be in shorts and t-shirts almost most of the year. Whereas in other countries, like, people don't wear winter coats, you know what I mean? And I like those kind of countries. And you could be sitting out here, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, because you're from Winnipeg, so you know, depending on where you live. In Canada, if you're sitting out here and the sun goes down and it's like 8, 9 at night, depending in the summer, you get eaten alive by mosquitoes. Like, eaten alive. Okay, in New Zealand, hardly anyone has mosquito nets on their windows. Okay, is that not a big enough reason alone? Mosquitoes in cold weather? They don't know. The girls don't know what I'm talking about. Where I'm from in Canada, it's just in the country. It's like cottage country. And you get eaten alive by mosquitoes. There's horseflies, there's deer flies, and it's just like not fun. And you don't have that here. Like, nothing's going to get you. I don't even think they have ticks. I said it in one of our videos that's coming up, and I'm like,
I don't think so.
I don't think they have ticks. It's crazy. But maybe they do. I don't know. Anyway.
New Zealand overall is just an amazing country.
It is. And the people are nice, and they're friendly like the Canadians, so it's very similar, you know. So yeah, we just love it.
Do you know couscous? Yes, we do.
Couscous, like the food.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Yeah, we love
couscous.
Yeah.
So, it's 1 degrees right now.
Oh, a container.
Four says I
like a
love
container.
winter. We get under minus 40 C, minus 45 in northern Sweden.
Canada winter sucks. Although it's 1 degree. Yes, see? Oh, Thor, you love the winter. But okay, wait. You're in Sweden. You guys have like, everyone in Sweden has a hot, what's it called? A sauna. You guys love but we don't do that in Canada. Like, you would think we would learn from the Swedish what to do, you know, to stay warm, but we don't do that in Canada. So yeah, you probably enjoy your winters.
Patty goes, South Florida, no winter coats.
Yes. Okay, when we were in Florida, our kids were going to school. This is such a funny story. It was 10 degrees Celsius, okay? 10 degrees is what? Like, is that like 50 Fahrenheit? Something like that? I use Celsius still. But anyway, okay. So it's 10 degrees. We show up at school. And they're like, yeah, we're canceling recess today. And I'm like, what? You're canceling recess? Why? It's too cold. And I was like, what? It's too cold. Like in Canada?
I mean, we don't have any sweaters or anything. We just had shorts and t-shirts.
Oh, you had sweaters. You had there was uniform sweaters. They were like, there were sweaters.
Yes, we did.
But anyway, people they don't show up with warm enough clothes. So 10 degrees for them. And the Floridians, they're freezing. You can always tell the Canadians that are on vacations in Florida because they're the ones swimming in the pool and everyone else is looking at them like they're crazy. And the Canadians are like, well, this is warm, you know? Anyway, it's kind of funny. Yeah, Finnish people love their saunas. We use it sometimes as well. Cool. I hate winters as well, Cynthia says. I'm from New York. Yeah, you see? The ones who have lived through it, you guys get it. You understand me. So living in a country like this, like there's parts of New Zealand that they call it the winterless north. I think that's what they call it. They're winterless whatever. Doesn't that sound good? Like winterless? And you could always go to visit the snow and stuff if you want to go skiing. Because here in New Zealand, in Queenstown, it does get quite cold. And there are mountains and you can ski. So you can have everything if you want it. You know what I mean? So
But
it's pretty cool.
still nice to like the winter experience. Like when we're at home in Switzerland, it's nice when you're like up in a chalet having fondue or raclette.
But you can go to Queenstown and do that. Okay, they don't have fondue and raclette. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. You can always travel to go see that. You don't have to live in it. There you go.
I guess. He says mosquitoes are brutal. Watching some of your videos trying to convince my wife to live somewhere else.
There you go. All right. So when I create my video on how to apply for a New Zealand visa, that might be something you might want to consider. I always said, seriously, in all seriousness, like I've always said that Canada needs to own an island in the South, in the Caribbean. Like if they just bought an island, it would solve everyone's problem. And all the Canadians would be forever happy. I'm sure all the Canadians would be happy to put
The
tax.
island would become overpopulated.
Now you just have to buy like a big enough island. But yeah, all the Canadians would be like South, and the Americans would be sad because then
Queensland.
Florida and Arizona would be like, Canadian-less. All those snowbirds would go to the Canadian one. Aw, Leo, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's so, so sweet. Thank you. Aw, that's nice.
Cynthia Lee, why does it say devastating live update?
You gotta watch the beginning of the video. It was an April Fool's prank. We
Yeah.
April Fool's everyone. So just, go to the beginning of the video once we're over and you'll see. It's in the very beginning minutes. So yeah. Are they staying in New Zealand? Yes, we are staying in New Zealand. Yes. The prank was that we didn't get our visas because we had to pass a Maori test and that we failed it. But obviously, it's
not
not true. It's quite funny. Yeah.
It's a joke.
That's
Well,
such a
in
great mood.
Switzerland, if you want to get like your B permit or whatever, your visa, you need to do like a language test, either in French or German or Italian. So there you do have to learn the language.
Yeah. Like in a lot of countries, the language is
Yeah.
so who knows? Maybe New Zealand will implement that. Imagine? They could. Anyway, it was fun. Okay, so we should go. It's already almost 11 a.m. here, and we still, like I said, we have to do running around still and lots of stuff. So,
And book our flights.
and book
pack.
flights and packing's
There's no
done.
way we
I'm
could.
just joking. I mean,
Wow.
we could.
We gotta.
Our family's still last minute. Every single time we're like, oh, we're leaving this weekend. No, we're still here.
Well, like in
Oh, we're
Switzerland, we're
leaving
all like
No.
packing slowly, and it's like, okay, we're leaving tomorrow morning. Everyone, fully
It's just like
put
we're
everything
always
in the
ready
car.
to go. So when we do go, we just go.
We are ready. The
Like,
suitcases in the car.
And
We're all living in
technically,
suitcases.
there's
Oh,
an
we should
there's
be
airports
packed
everywhere,
there.
which is really cool here in New Zealand. But we'd leave from Auckland, which is only a couple hours, so it's not bad.
Yeah. Okay, so stay tuned. Our next live will probably be from another country. And like I said already, we're going to be posting Thailand, Cambodia, New Zealand,
Lots
in
of
and
New
amongst all this.
Zealand.
So just bear with us, not to confuse you or anything like that. That's the plan. All right. We didn't, yeah, we did say what we were doing. Okay. So nice to see you guys all. So nice to have you. Share with everyone. Anyone from India watching, we are coming your way. So exciting. And we will see you guys. We'll see you on the
On the
next
other side
live.
of the world.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.